to another video from me, posters on the wall. Hey, so this is a commission that I was commissioned to do a commission for somebody, and I was so excited to do it because they wanted me to do a Paddington Bear. And I could not say no. I had to do this Paddington Bear. I was so excited. I jumped on it immediately as soon as I got it on, and I completed it in just a week or two, and it was amazing. Paddington Bear. Anyone else love Paddington Bear? I kid you not. It was one of the best things that I had painted that I was really surprised with how it turned out in the very end. Stay tuned for the very end that I give you a really quick progression that's really quick in 10 seconds of this whole process, but bear with me as I go through. Paddington Bear, did you know that Paddington Bear started by a gentleman named Michael Bond? He bought this bear at Paddington Station, which is a station that was in London. Michael Bond, who is the guy who bought this bear for his wife, initially bought the bear, and he wrote his first Paddington story called A Bear Called Paddington in just 10 days. The first Paddington book was published in October 1958. The iconic outfit, the blue jumper or blue jacket and the red hat. The red hat was a gift from his uncle from Peru. Deepest, darkest Peru. I don't know what that reference is, but people who know Paddington, that is a big deal. Deepest, darkest Peru. It's very mysterious. The love of marmalade. You'll see the marmalade jar come in when I do my painting, but he loves marmalade, and specifically orange marmalade. He always carries a jar of it. The Paddington's backstory is often linked to the experiences of Jewish refugee children who were evacuated from London during World War II or arrived through a kinder transport program. So that's also another thing that Paddington is referenced in a lot of his stories. And he wears a little tag that says, "Please look after this bear. Thank you." And then the kindness and the compassion of Paddington is always something that a lot of people remember. He's very kind, polite, making him a universally loved character. So it's not only just in London, it's also all over the world. People just love this bear. The first stuffed bear made that looked like Paddington, the toy, was created by Gabrielle Designs in 1972. That's the first Paddington's bear that was stuffed as a toy, which is really exciting. Paddington's popularity has extended to films, television series, and various merchandise, including a memorable encounter with Queen Elizabeth II. So I learned so much about this Paddington Bear. I also knew that there is a bunch of statues of Paddington Bear all over different places, especially in London. I think they have a couple painted ones. And did you know that people vandalize the Paddington Bear statue? Which is kind of sad. So they have to keep repainting it, and people break the bench. They think it's funny. Not funny. Paddington Bear is so serious. You cannot vandalize. Why would you do that? So the suitcase that he carries around, because he's traveling, he has all his little things. Maybe he stores his marmalade jar in there. I don't know. Does his coat have a lot of pockets? Would he put the marmalade jar in his pockets? How does he spread his marmalade? Does he use a knife? Does he use his hands? Does he use his tongue? Does he just dump it? That is a question I want to know. People who know Paddington, please tell me. We are about to go through a transition from start to finish of the Paddington Bear. So I'm almost done. I'm just adding some finishing touches on the bear. So some highlights, lowlights, and I put him in the park. So this Paddington Bear was in the park and eating some marmalade on a little piece of bread and I like the background being really simple. Yeah, I just really loved how it turned out. If you guys like this Paddington Bear, it's up on my website. You can buy it. Go ahead and buy a print. The original is with a customer that purchased it, but yeah, you can go buy a print of it. You can get a little Paddington of your own. It's so cute. Please go get a Paddington. You can purchase one of these Paddingtons in my website, postersonwall.com, and go to my Etsy to purchase this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here for me, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye!